Don?
How do you support the Second Amendment of the United States and New Hampshire Constitutions for free men to keep and bear arms?
The Second Amendment is very clear. It gives an individual American, including wonderful Americans that live in Washington, D.C., the right to keep and bear arms. It's not a well-regulated militia that only has that right. It is each and every one of us as law-abiding citizens. I'm proud to have an A rating from the National Rifle Association because not only that's what I believe, but that's how I voted. And I'm going to continue to do that. Now, in my case, in the 1st Congressional District, Carol Shea Porter does not believe in the Second Amendment. She was not willing to sign the brief that went to the United States Supreme Court urging the overturning of the D.C. gun ban. And that makes it pretty clear, if you don't believe that every American has the right to keep and bear arms, then you're not going to sign that brief. And that's where Carol Shea Porter is. On the other hand, I have an A rating from the National Rifle Association. I voted to overturn the D.C. gun ban. I voted to get frivolous lawsuits away from the manufacturers of firearms. While I was in Congress, the so-called assault weapons ban expired, thankfully, because it was ridiculous. I'm going to stand behind your right to keep and bear arms. And you don't have to worry about that with me.
You mean state rights don't trump that?
It is the United States Constitution that gives each and every one of us, as Americans, the right to keep and bear arms.
That was Carol's position.
That was Carol's position. And what that is a code word for is, I don't believe in the Second Amendment.
Supreme Court is going to rule on their study of the meaning of the Second Amendment in June, I understand.
Hopefully they get it right.
Yeah, you betcha.
Yeah, from the questioning done in the Supreme Court case, it looks pretty likely that a solid majority of 6, possibly even 7 justices are going to rule that it's an individual right to keep and bear arms. There hasn't been a case in front of the United States Supreme Court since the 1930s on the Second Amendment. So this is a very important case. If we are successful, and I think most observers feel that the pro-Second Amendment case is going to be successful, it will be a huge case and a huge victory for those of us, and that, quite frankly, it's the vast majority of Americans, Democrats, Independents, and Republicans who believe in the Second Amendment. It will be a huge victory for all of us that do believe in the Second Amendment.